Bung bung. Feeling tired? F that. Perk up and level up with Bung Bung Coffee's delicious modern dark roast. Your favourite brewer's favourite brew. bungbungcoffee.com. Welcome to the party. Best show on the internet. Ask anybody. You know it's easy money. Sit back, relax, get your headphones, everybody. Welcome to the party. Blackout in the booth. Every episode's a party. We go hard like Ricky Bobby. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, bung bung. It's your man Claytron, aka the Big Boss Man, aka the Clumsy Jeweller, because I'm always dropping gems, aka the Milkman. Cause I always deliver, aka the PhD of podcasting, the Magnum PR of podcasting captain, the Zion Williamson of podcasting, because I am slightly off center. We're here with Mr. Calvin Fresh, aka Steve Coombe, once again, friend of the show.
Thanks for having me.
Have you eat the mic? Have you seen this tattoo of Zion's?
I have seen it. Yeah, it's quite. Look, the principle is there. I don't think the delivery was executed very well.
Now it appears that it could be his first tattoo. I don't really remember if he's tatted at all. But what they do is they put a stencil over you,
right?
And you get to say like, oh, I don't know if that's entirely straight. Can we double check that? And they wash it off, and then they put it back on you.
Yeah.
Now, this is not a time where you say near enough's good enough.
No.
It is your body, your choice, and you get to say, you know what, I'd just prefer if that was actually in the middle of my chest.
It's also here to stay, right? Like, it's not like, you can wash that off and do it again.
And it's not like it's going to take 15 minutes and you're going to be out of there. Like, you're not saving much time by just saying, yeah, whatever. Now, I've got wings on my back, and it's hard to see, like when you got to do the double mirror situation. But it's also, I naturally have like some type of one shoulder above the other.
What's that? Is that scoliosis?
No, that is for people with poor posture of the week. But no, so one of my wings actually like kind of comes over, and I can see it a little bit, and on the other side I can't see it at all. So that means it's not. But I don't think you can really tell.
No.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you had really tiny little wings?
Yeah, little fairy wings.
Yeah.
That was my first tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah, they were very small.
Yeah, especially for a broad man.
Yeah. I remember the first time you showed me that tattoo, and I went, oh.
Yeah, but that got corrected.
Man. You did get corrected, yeah. But it was an interesting one. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I think that is my worst tattoo.
It has to be, but then it's not. It's kind of gone now. But then, like,
no, but I mean the wings in general, like tribal style. Like, I'm not in a tribe.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's your worst one.
What's my worst one?
I don't know. How long have you got? No,
they're all tied for last. Yeah.
No, I think you corrected that one, but then maybe that's your Zion moment. Is
maybe
tiny wings.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, at least I didn't let an OnlyFans air me out on Instagram.
Fuck. But I mean, like, part of that draft class, well, I mean, the last few draft classes, like, that number one pick thing has been a bit interesting, especially with the ants.
Oh, yeah. Go get an abortion.
Yeah.
Lol.
Send a video.
He just, like, peppered that lol on there like he was Salt Bay.
Yeah.
Even though, I don't know why I said pepper and then Salt Bay, but I'm an idiot.
I got what you meant, though. Yeah. Like, the expression there, I saw it. Yeah. I mean, they're salt and pepper, right? They go together. So, but no, I think the ant thing is really funny because
push it.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah. There you go.
Idiot.
No, it's unique. I think that draft class, I mean, that was what Zion 1, Jar 2. So, they've been
Kobe White 7.
Right.
Yeah.
Fan of Kobe White, though. I'm a big fan of Kobe. So
yeah, well, I mean, I was on the Jar train. Well, I thought I was before many people. I was sharing videos of him on Instagram and stuff, saying like, "Come on, Bulls, let's get this pick."
Yeah.
Because we had a good chance at even getting number 1 that year. Like we had picks, and the lottery gave us number 7, and we ended up with Kobe White.
Because the Knicks got fucked on that one because they.
Oh, every time.
Because that was it was such a 2-horse race, and then RJ was like the clear third, but it was like gap between Zion and Jar, and then the Knicks were pretty filthy when they fell.
Reddish was in that same draft.
Yeah, I reckon he was.
We talked about this at the Z.
Yeah,
I was so sold on Reddish. I was like, I thought his ceiling was so high. I was like, there is potential that although Zion's so dominant right now, this guy leaps beyond him and becomes. Yeah. And he just, I don't want to sit here and hate on a young man. He seems to be doing pretty well now. He's starting in LA. Good for him. He's had to bounce around a bit to find himself. Yeah. So, I was just expecting him to just like, no hope Lawrence.
I think there's a bunch of these guys. I think there's a couple of guys that they have I call it the T-Mac mentality. Mm-hmm. I think T-Mac was like amazing, but he didn't have a killer in him. Like he was just like, he wanted to get his and then.
James Harden.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty much. Like I don't think James has the killer instinct, but again, I'm sitting from afar, like in Australia looking and judging him like that. But no, I think, and then I thought that about Ant. I wasn't sure about Ant, but like he's proven me wrong. I've eaten so many words on that.
I think he's the next face of the league.
I think he's up there. He's got the media capability as well. Like he's got some spunk.
Yeah, he's got some little one-liners. Yeah, they put him in Hustle, the Adam Sandler movie, and he was like the villain, which was fun. Mm-hmm. And then he's telling women to get abortions, so he kind of is a villain. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's kind of true to his character, I guess.
Yeah,
right.
Before we get too deep into the weeds of the NBA here, this is going to be just a little short in and out episode.
Yeah.
So basically, I told you to bring the names of 5 movies, not bring 5 movies. That'd be a long episode. But the names of 5 movies. You tell me the movie. I'll give my synopsis of the film, and then hopefully I'll be able to tell a story.
Right.
Personal story.
No, you said you would tell a story. I don't think it wasn't anything about.
I will tell a story.
I might. Yeah.
Yeah, will.
Yeah. You said you'd give me. Yeah. You said you would give me one.
This is probably going to be like a 20-minute episode because they don't have to be long stories either. They could be short and sweet. Like the time I got a BJ on a construction site. In, out, get, grab, bung. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
What was his name?
His name was Elijah Wood, and he later became Winston the dog on ABC. So
right, very very cool. Congratulations. Well, I have a list of 7.
Or SBS. Sorry, corrections department just sent something through.
So I have a list of 7.
7, okay.
Yeah, I had more, and then there was actually one glaringly obvious miss on your list that I know you've seen. You don't have Drive on your list.
Of what?
On your website. You don't have Drive.
Really?
You don't, no. So
unbelievable. Well, thank you for pointing that out. I've got it right behind me on the wall of DVDs.
Uh-huh.
It's in alphabetical, so I should be able to see.
Yeah, I mean all those DVDs that are worth, a couple of cents.
Less than $1. Yeah, 40 cents each.
Isn't it funny how that happened?
Where'd it go? Maybe I haven't seen it. Drive, there it is. Shout out to Ryan Gosling. Top 40 hottest men.
40.
Dude, his eyes are uneven. I don't know if you've noticed this.
Dude, I've been saying that for years.
I can't even look at him. Like he's so hot but so disgusting at the same time.
It's a solid centimeter down too. Like it's not like a slight. Like I thought that like the first time I saw him in one of those earlier movies, I was like, man, this guy's like, it looks like he's got a lazy eye, but it's just the angle.
Yeah,
it's like I guess a little bit.
The foundation wasn't set properly before they laid the concrete or whatever they say.
Yeah.
You know what they say.
It was shaky at best.
Yeah.
Okay, so Drive was going to be one of my number ones, and I feel like anyone who probably knows me would have predicted that, just because I really enjoy that movie. But it's not on the list, so disregard.
Okay, so we're not doing Drive. Well, no, we can do it because I have seen it. We can do it. We can do it.
Okay.
So Driver's about he's a stunt driver. He's sort of he's like in the criminal underworld as well.
No. So he gets
Oh, do you know what? I'll just read it off the back of this.
Yeah, just read that synopsis and see what it says.
Let's go here. So, whoa, this is much longer than what you get on IMDb. Ryan Gosling stars as Los Angeles wheelman for hire, stunt driving for movie productions by day and steering getaway vehicles for armed heists by night. That's criminal underworld.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Though a loner by nature, Driver can't help falling in love with his beautiful neighbor Irene, a vulnerable young mother dragged into a dangerous underworld. Hello, folks.
You knew this was coming, didn't you? You prepared.
By the return of her ex-convict husband, Standard.
Yeah, Standard Gabriel.
After a heist intended to pay off Standard's protection money spins unpredictably out of control, Driver finds himself driving defense for the girl he loves. They don't give him a name in the film.
Just Driver.
Tailgated by a syndicate of tailgated, very very clever. Tailgated by a syndicate of deadly serious criminals, but when he realizes that the gangsters are after more than the bag of cash in his trunk, that they're coming straight for Irene and her son, Driver is forced to shift gears and go on offense.
Man, that copywriter that's like a ChatGPT copywriter right there. That's like...
Yeah, that's very GPT. Can you imagine, like, you know how people are starting to write their university papers through Chat?
Yeah.
Are they just full of puns? Because every time I use ChatGPT, it is just wildly punny.
Well, yeah, I think so. Like but it's like really G-rated, like pun.
Yeah.
Like there's no real, like, I don't think there's substance to it. Like I don't think you're going to lose your job anytime soon as a comedian from ChatGPT.
No, it'll be the podcast before anything. But
yeah. But it's pretty remarkable now because you can actually train ChatGPT to like adopt a persona. So you can feed it information and then it will give you that tone. So like
my X feed, I hate saying that because it sounds super like pornographic, but formerly known as Twitter.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, you calling it X now?
Well, I don't know. Well, what if people, you know how some people, you say Twitter and they're like, oh, what are you talking about?
Well,
what are you even talking about? What's Twitter? You know? So you got to try and.
You're trying to keep up with the.
You know,
kids.
I call it chia cheese. Put it that way.
Chia cheese.
Yeah, it used to be coon cheese, and now it's called chia.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were still referencing Twitter there.
No. Like, I'm just saying. I just follow whatever it's called. I'll call it that. You know.
Okay.
If you want to be, Elliot Page, I'll call you Elliot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like he's not. It's not even a revenge film. He just
gets caught up in the wrong
He's a
crowd.
savior, and he doesn't have anything to lose because he's such a loner. He's got nothing to lose. I'm not a loner per se. I'd say I'm no new friends. Shout out to Drake.
Yeah. I mean, just like side chaining on that. What was it would be comedy, right? Like your newest friend, because like I feel like your circle is pretty much stayed the same for. I mean, so's mine, really.
My newest friend would be from comedy. Yeah, like the boys from the Roadshow. Yeah. I'd say that.
Yeah,
and we haven't really hung out outside of work. Like we've had one sleepover at Kangaroo Island. Cute. And the other time we hung out and had a few drinks was for the photo shoot for our Fringe show.
Yep.
Not safe for Netflix. Tickets on sale now.
How do we? Is there a not safe for Netflix thing here?
No, but you can just hit any sound effects you feel like.
Easy money.
The easy money. It's only $25 a ticket.
Wow, that's actually really, really, really solid.
Plus fees probably. I don't know. It's not my festival.
You'll eat those fees though. Like you'll be good to the consumer, won't you?
No.
You'll pass them on.
I'm a starving artist.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
So you're the FBOS machine that like adds the merchant fee.
No. That's robbery. That's robbery. There's a difference.
Extra for Amex. Yeah. Right on. Okay.
I'm not a loner per se.
Yeah.
But I think you find your
people
or your what I was going to say is your single mother, which was Rachel, but she
Right. Oh, okay.
minus the mother bit, she was just single.
Okay.
And I found her.
Yeah, and then you made her a mother.
I made her a mother. So
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
with my criminal background, if someone comes back from my past for them,
Yeah. Okay.
I will grab a hammer
Yeah.
and put it through someone's skull in an elevator. Put it that way.
Right. Right. Well, that was his foot in the elevator and the hammer in the strip club. So
I've got to rewatch it.
yeah.
But hey, you know I've seen it because I knew about a hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's
it's
also
it's a great scene.
There's also a great promo clip of me wearing the jacket, the scorpion jacket.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. You're gonna have to link that as a thumbnail.
The only thing, I don't believe there's any blood dripping off the hammer, and I wish there was.
Well, he doesn't actually hit the guy with the hammer.
Oh, he doesn't?
He breaks his hand with it. Yeah, he holds it up, and it's like one of those things where like you look at like Taxi Driver and all these other old like kind of almost like neo noir like beautifully shot movies. Do that again. Oh, that was great.
That was ASMR. Some dude's like rubbing one out. Right?
It's very close to my ears as well. Like, the kiss. Oh man,
so disgusting.
You genuinely like you just triggered me on those people that eat with their mouth open, man. Oh, don't eat like.
It's one of the most common things, but if you say it to somebody who is doing it and making sound, if you say like, "Oh, you are kind of grossing me out right now," they freak out.
It's kind of like I feel like it always happens in situations that aren't like particularly friendly for you. So like I've been on an airplane before and the guy behind me was doing
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
I've been on an airplane before.
It was really fun. It was very different. But but yeah, this dude was chewing gum.
Oh, the gum is worse than food. Because you got dry mouth.
What are you, like 5? Like, fucking close your mouth. But it was like like an obnoxious chewing, and like it got to a point where you turn around and you like give them the look a few times.
Yeah,
they don't get it. They don't understand. What's this guy's problem? Did I kick his chair or something? No, you fucking idiot. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, I'd prefer it if you kicked my chair.
Yeah,
fuck face.
I actually would because like that stuff for me, like they say it's like a sign of, I don't know, some sort of like psychosis or something where you have a problem with people chewing with their mouth open. No,
that's that. You know who said that? Some fucking loud eater. Yeah, that's not. No, it's a psychosis if you got to eat like that.
A psychologist who eats with their mouth open diagnose others as criminals to get away with it.
Some fuckhead that eats mashed potatoes and somehow makes it noisy. It's like, if you're going to eat potatoes and it's noisy, they better be Smith's chips, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shout out to Smith's. And if it's mashed potatoes, it better be silent. It better be stealth like an owl.
But there's people that chew yogurt, and I find that fucking fascinating.
I'll tell you this about loud eaters.
Yeah.
You have a baby.
Uh-huh.
That motherfucker will eat loud and it'll be the cutest thing you've ever seen.
Right.
And then your partner will sit right next to you.
Yeah.
And do the same shit. And you want to put her through a fucking wall.
Oh man, isn't that context in proper nutshell right there?
Yeah.
Like the cutest little human gets away with it and the full grown one doesn't.
Yeah, well I guess that's how they were designed or something. They're supposed to be cute so you don't kill them. Yeah. Isn't that?
No,
and that's not a joke. That's like something.
Someone I used to work with told me that. They said that when a baby is born, it looks like the dad because it is so the dad doesn't kill it. And I was like, that's like unreal. That can't be real. But he's like, that's what happens in the wild with like cats and things like that, like big cats. Like the son or whatever always looks like the dad, so the dad doesn't kill it. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how would that work? Like, how would you, but
it only works in countries that are not the United States of America.
Right.
They show videos. This is true.
Okay.
They show videos to the parents in America about how you're not supposed to shake the baby.
Fuck.
In Australia.
Hell no. To the no.
They don't need to show that. Because
that's actually legitimate?
Yeah, that's true. There is a don't shake the baby video. I know several comedians. Well, I don't know them, but I've heard this joke by several comedians about this video.
Right.
And it's funny. It is funny to me, even though it's not relatable. But like, Americans are laughing because they're like, oh, I remember that video.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually quite uncomfortable.
It's crazy. Americans are so cool, dude. Shout out to my dad. He didn't shake me.
No,
he didn't shake me.
He did stretch you though, because you're very tall.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think. Go back to drive. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's actually a really hard movie to. I guess I did stunt driving for a little while.
No, you didn't.
Well, no. Well, in the sense that I was driving an absolute piece of shit that probably wasn't roadworthy,
right?
And I was speeding down a street after a party. I didn't drive. I didn't drink. I didn't drive. I didn't drink.
This isn't the time that I dropped you off that time, and then
no, that was stunt driving too. But this one was sober. Okay, so I'll tell that story too. Actually,
okay.
So this one was at a party back in high school. New on my license. Remember my brown Ford Falcon?
Yeah.
That I used to call it gold, but it was brown.
Yeah.
Bronze. It was bronze.
That was a beater. That one.
Yeah. Dick beater.
Any car is cool though. Like when you're that
beater,
old.
Yeah. So I was driving that fast down this side street, and a dip popped up out of nowhere, and I didn't see it.
Right.
So the front end of the car hits the other side of the dip. Bang! Probably woke the neighbors. This was probably around midnight. Guess what happens? Driver's side door, passenger side door. Shout out to Boardman. He was sitting there. Be a great episode for him to be on, actually, to vouch for this.
I was going to say, I'm in the wrong seat right now. Yeah.
Both doors open up like it was transforming into a jet. I didn't know whether to celebrate or scream for my life.
Both doors burst open.
Yeah, burst open because the front of the car hit so hard, the doors unlocked. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I drove home.
That would have been the easiest car to break into.
Yeah.
just kick
the front of it. That car did get broken into.
Oh,
I had
Makes sense now.
I had an empty carton box, so like a Cooper's Pale Ale box in the back. And someone thought that it
was full.
Yeah, and they broke into the car.
What a stitch up.
And they left with nothing because there was nothing else in the car, and they also didn't want to take an empty box, but broke into my car.
I actually had a car broken into, and I had all my CDs in like the passenger seat, and they didn't steal anything. They stole my petrol. I had a jerry can in the back, and they took my petrol. They didn't take anything from my car, but like genuinely, like when you like your car is different, but not drastically, and then you're like, oh, this is different. I fucking had petrol, and then it only took me like a month later when I was like, oh, I need to get petrol, and I'd run out of petrol, and my jerry can was gone, and I was like, oh, those guys didn't even steal my music, man. That's actually, I don't know if to feel insulted or not.
Yeah, that's shade.
That's like full shade, but
that's shade.
There was like 2 massive CD bags. You know that you had to carry a CD bag around back then.
Yeah, mine got taken. They left your music.
They left my music.
What kind of shit were you listening to back then?
Oh, dude, man, like my stuff was so good, and I think it's actually like the more it's aged, the better it is. So I had like I had first like Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous, Big L. Like I actually had the actual CDs.
Oh wow! Oh, so did I.
Yeah, shout out to B Sharp on Rundle Street for ordering it all in.
Oh, I got it from Sanity.
What?
Shout out to big business.
Oh, right.
Shout out to corporates.
Well, B Sharp was a really unique store back in the day, and I used to go in there and just order all my because most of the rap stuff I couldn't get in the mainstream.
The B Sharps, was that
I feel like that's a band, or is that?
It's an a cappella group from The Simpsons.
It is, yeah. Is that the B Sharps? Yeah. Yeah, far out.
Fucking hell.
Baby on board, is that them?
Baby on board. Yeah, unreal.
Yeah, no, but so I had like Big L, a couple of albums like Big Picture, Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous, a couple of Lost Boys albums.
Oh,
1,
2, 3.
1,000 Problems. And then, a bunch of other stuff, but they took none of it. Like, and I'm still to this day insulted, but like grateful, but it was also like,
it was a white guy that broke into your car, which is nuts.
Yeah, properly. But then like the thing as well is like there was other things in the car that could have been of value. Like I had like, you know, those things that you used to have to plug into your car so you could like play an aux. Having your own radio station. He didn't take any of that. He just took my jerry can and my petrol. That was it. Just left. I
got broken into my friend. Shout out to Dilbat. Not friend of the show, but maybe future friend of the show. Who knows? But friend of mine. Dilbat. I stayed over his house. We used to have sleepovers like literally almost every weekend.
Wow.
And my car got broken into once at his place.
Wait, how old were you when you had sleepovers?
Primary school all the way through high school.
Oh, right.
I don't think I stopped sleepovers until after high school.
Yeah.
Well, then I went to college and my whole life was a sleepover. Shout out to Dan.
It's kind of it's kind of like the thing where you don't realize when the last actual sleepover is, and then you look back and you're like, oh man,
yeah,
that doesn't happen anymore. Yeah. Or it's usually just crashing on someone's couch because you're like in town for a day, or
or a week. Did a whole week at your house, which was nice.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I want to do it again.
Yeah. You got to book some shows, man. Get some Melbourne visits in.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, now that I've done the biggest room in Melbourne, maybe I'm pretty much famous over there.
If I'm sure you've spoken about it, but no way. Nah, I was there. It happened. It was glorious. You followed Arj Barker, which was nuts. And yeah, you murdered. Like I haven't seen you kill like that before.
I haven't killed like that since.
It's pretty hard, man. There was like 400 people in that room.
Yeah, that was a big room.
That was a big room, and you had them. And that's why I always think it's funny to go back to like, not to say that, you know, you can't get that every weekend. You can't just go walk into 400 people and you usually you're in like, you know, what, 20 to 30, 40, 50, whatever.
Yeah.
That's
except for the SA Comedy Roadshow, or shout out to Cold Blooded Comedy actually. Rebrand hasn't even been announced, but if you followed the SA Comedy Roadshow page on Facebook, you might have seen that it's been rebranded to Cold Blooded Comedy, and that is what I'm doing. I'm pushing that. We're doing shows all over the country. And you should follow it and keep up to date, because we're going to come to a town, city, room, street, brothel, laundromat near you to tell some jokes. Even in the brothel, we're not looking for gobbies or whatever.
Sensational.
We're looking for a place to fucking sling some lines, baby.
Yeah, but like you've got 5 shows booked in for like
five shows between now and April.
Man. And then that's Fringe as well.
And that's not including Fringe.
Yeah, right. You'll be a man about town.
Man about town. That's what they used to call me in high school, bro.
Different reason.
That was my nickname in high school. So.
Okay. So
no, my other stunt driving story.
Yes.
Yeah. So one night, me and Steve, did we go out that night?
No. You were out, and I was like catching up with a mate or something, and you were like, oh, where you at? Like, come pick me up. And I was driving, and so I went and picked you up from like Glenelg, I think. It was like the Grand.
I reckon it was Glenelg,
yeah. And we, you're like, oh yeah, I need to get my car. And it was like,
I was telling you like, yeah, I'm all good. And I wasn't like paro where like you could, it would have been hard for you to tell.
Poker face, man. Like genuine poker face where I didn't think I was doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
I was probably, but like, you can fill in the rest. Yeah,
so we went up the hill to where a friend of mine lives, which is like it's not like the country, it's not the hills of Adelaide, but it's
just a quick one though. I should have known in hindsight. I had to get petrol that night, and we pulled in to get petrol, and you were cackling in the car because you know when someone's like hasn't put the limit in, and they're just like.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get to like $20 even.
Yeah.
You were just cackling at me because I was like 1990, 1992, 1995, like, and then eventually went over and then you just lost it. And I was like, fuck.
Well, to be fair, I would have lost it at that if I was sober as a judge because I can relate.
Hey man, 20 bones back in the day used to go a long way.
Man, remember, can I get a lift? Yeah. Give me some petrol money.
Yeah.
Like now it's like Well, actually, it's actually getting back to the point where I'm getting ready to start asking people for petrol money. But
yeah,
I haven't asked for petrol money since I was probably 17.
Yeah. That's like an awkward ask now. I think if you did it to someone, you'd just be, shunned.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If someone asked me, I'd get it, but I also probably wouldn't be hanging out with that poor motherfucker every day. Get your fucking money up, dude. Fucking homeless motherfucker.
I don't give a fuck.
Driving me around in your home, actually. Yeah, so you drive me up the hill, and I'm like, thank you so much, bro. Dap up, get in the car, and you're like, I'll just follow you home, make sure you're
No, we'll go in the same direction.
Yeah. There's only one direction.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's 50 down this hill, and I'm going minimum 80.
I couldn't keep up with you, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? You were in, like, at one stage, you were like...
And there's no street lights.
No, there isn't.
But to be fair, I keep saying to be fair, and I know why. I know where I got it from.
Right.
Fucking Love Island. They always say to be fair, and Rachel makes me... You know what? Guilty pleasure. I get into it.
I was gonna say you don't fucking get made to watch that shit.
I get into it.
Is that the Pommy one?
We watched the Pommy and Australian one. We've tried US. We made it through probably 1.5 episodes, and that. Shout out to Dad. I love Americans, man. But these motherfuckers, bro. I just can't do it.
Yeah, right.
Like the Australian and Pommy, like they're all scum. They all suck. But like, there's like the banter's better. Like the US one is more ego and gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Australian and British ones, and it's like, I can't encourage her. Like, watch that tonight, and then I can sit down on the couch, do my editing.
Yeah.
Design my posters.
Yeah. Shout out to the graphic designer in the house.
Yeah, man.
Killing.
Yeah. So I do that, and like every now and then I'll be like,
what did he just say to her?
Yeah. Can you rewind that? Or someone will be crying. I'm like, what's this bitch's problem? And then I've got to take a 30-minute break while I'm like,
debrief. Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm flying down this hill.
Playing Mario Kart on like the Star. I feel like it's like the Star Peach's Star track or something. Like that's what it looked like from the outside. And like, I mean, there wasn't heaps of streetlights, and this gold Falcon is just running down the road, and I'm like, fuck.
Well, no, I reckon that was the. I reckon that one was the. No, I reckon it was. I think you're right.
It was that old Falcon, man. Yeah. That beat up.
Oh yeah, what I was saying. To be fair, that's right. I used to have to go. The person's house I was parked at, was a basketball friend. So I was up and down that hill all the time, picking him up, going to basketball practice and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
You were familiar with the terrain.
I was familiar. I was, I was for the streets. So no, I knew this. I knew the streets, and I burned down there, and it was all safe, man. No one got hurt that we know of.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I mean, this was.
Meanwhile, you're just like, this is our biggest secret. Like, we buried a body.
Yeah, but it was just to be fair. Like, I would never have taken you up there, because you definitely poker faced me. But then the next day is that's where everything, the dust settled, and you basically said, I don't remember getting home last night. Along those lines. How did you let me drive?
I think I remember getting home, but I think I was so, because I do actually remember doing it.
Okay.
I think I was in a lot of pain the next day, and I was like, I definitely shouldn't have been driving.
Yeah, I think you might have done more for the story in that one, but
maybe
you said that to me, and you just like scoffed at me, like as if you let me drive, and I just felt so guilty.
Just like
I can't believe that happened. Yeah.
The kebab incident. Yeah.
Oh, fucking allergic to onions. You're a liar. Yeah. Man. You got me.
Next movie. Let's move through this.
Okay. So this one was just more out of curiosity, and it's also like probably the first one on your list. A Star is Born.
Star is Born. It's a remake. I haven't seen the original, but Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, and he's a country singer. And he meets this girl,
Lady Gaga,
and I think I got that from The Hangover. I
don't know.
I think that's Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, I credited that as an original, but
No.
Okay.
No, I took that one.
Right.
I believe he kind of became her manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just like gave her an opportunity.
Platform.
Yeah. That's
Right.
it. And she
Right.
became a bit more mainstream, and he was this drunk in the background. But like, I watched that movie on a plane and I was fucking wrecked.
We watched that at the outdoor cinema, Rach and I.
Oh, wow.
And there was a dog next to me. It wasn't an actual canine.
Really?
Yeah. Not an ugly broad.
Oh.
And hey, I respect all women, even the ugly ones. Now, there was an actual dog, a canine next to me, and it wasn't a therapy dog. It didn't have a jacket on, but it kept putting its head on my leg.
Oh, that's a compliment.
Well, it's very therapy dog-esque, and I was going through it watching that fucking movie.
Oh, really? Oh, there you go.
Now, I can relate to this in dozens of ways.
Okay.
I am a entertainer. I've been in the basketball world. Now I'm in the comedy world.
In the
it's
sphere,
rough.
yeah.
It makes you, go through it.
Yeah, escapism.
Yeah. I'm a drinker for fun and for sad.
Yes.
I met Rachel actually when I was absolutely going through it.
I was there.
Yeah, and you were there for weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
And I apologize. So I relate to that. Have I ever, given someone a platform? I don't know, maybe Boardman, maybe Nova, shout out.
Oh man.
Nah, I didn't give her a platform, but she was an artist in her own right. And we were together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she might be the only artist I've ever been with. Oh no, there was a singer.
She broke your heart at some stage.
No. Well, she had hers broken. There's a pattern. There was a pattern for me, and it was I would get my heart broken, then break a heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Hurt people, right?
Yeah. So this happened for, I would say, over a decade.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. You would very, very much like set your watch to it, where you would fall head over heels, get your heart destroyed, and then start destroying others, and then do it again. Like you'd find someone that
So it was oh my God, I love her, man. I think she's the one. And
wait. There's a line you said, and I reckon it was at a show, a buck show, and you said, I might butcher the delivery on this one, but
it made more sense in the moment. It was only, I think, because we've talked about like, should make this a joke, but I think the moment kind of was the line.
It was
funny.
vulnerable. It was vulnerable.
The moment sort of made it funnier than you can.
No, but it was. When I'm single, I start destroying these hoes, but then I fall in love and I'm the hoe that gets destroyed. I think was the line.
Yeah. And like just the fact that I was going through it at that time, probably had cried a couple times that weekend. And then like you kind of think, oh, he's about to go into a story here about like some bitches. Like this is gonna be funny.
Yeah, no, that was.
And then I'm just like, and then I'm just the hoe that gets destroyed.
Yeah, you were being vulnerable, and I don't think you were meaning to get as many laughs as
I
you did.
Literally did not want any laughs, and it destroyed me to get. I
apologize,
laughs.
man. I feel like because you got a real ruckus, and that was one of those things that people refer to months afterwards.
Yeah, well, yeah, people still talk about it.
How funny is Claytron? He should be a comedian.
Yeah, nah. So that A Star Is Born, man. I think definitely I can just relate to heartbreak in general. I've had it broken.
No one's pushed you over the edge though. I feel like he was pushed over the edge by that fucking cunty manager or whatever.
That poor dog, man, sitting out the front of that roller door.
Oh man,
that image makes me want to puke. Next movie,
The Client.
Have I seen that?
Yeah.
Does The Client have?
No, I'll give you a loose plan. So you've got Tommy Lee Jones, you've got Susan Sarandon, and it was a child actor at the time, Brad Renfro.
I thought
it's like he's sitting in the car at the start of the movie, and the mob boss guy is like trying to kill himself in a car, like by gassing himself, and he brings him in the car.
And is the mob boss what's his name from Sopranos?
No, Gandolfini.
Yeah, what's he in?
Gandolfini.
Yeah, he's in a movie that sounds like the client, but might not be the client.
Oh. Well, you might
Like it could even be like the attorney or something. Like he's in some shit like that.
Yeah.
Can you give me the synopsis? I can't remember the client at all.
Spoiler alert. I think it's on Netflix now, but we actually watched it recently because I watched that movie and I was quite young and I really liked it.
Okay.
So essentially there's these two boys and they are living in like this kind of hick little town in America, and they see this guy in a car, like a nice car parked in the woods, and they run up to the car and they like kind of sneak up. Anyway, the kid goes up to the car because he's like the older of the two boys and the other one's just kind of hidden looking, and he knocks on the door basically, I think, and the mob boss guy like grabs his arm, opens the door, says he's like, because he's trying to kill himself. Anyway, grabs him in, pulls him in. Anyway,
pulls the kid in,
and he's like, "You're gonna die with me," blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. And then the kid gets out, and because the mob boss guy like tells him all these secrets about like, you know, I'm the attorney for this mob guy or whatever, and he's doing all these wrong things, blah blah. Anyway,
so he's not a mob boss, he's an attorney.
Yeah, I think so. But he's like essentially going down with the ship, and
his conscience is getting the better of him.
Yeah, and he's like lick it up and everything else, and he just blabs, and then he's like his whole intention is to kill this kid, and then the kid gets away, like opens the door, runs away, and this guy just shoots himself and kills himself, and the other kid, like the younger brother, is just like frightened to the core, can't do anything, he's like a mute, and the older brother who was in the car, essentially it comes out that like when they found the body, they found all these tracks of like people's footprints leaving, and like, oh, someone was there. And so the mob gets into it, and they're like, oh, what did this guy say to him? And so then the mob's after him, and the cops are after him, and everything, and like this whole thing. And Tommy Lee Jones is like the prosecutor, and Susan Sarandon is like this like small town lawyer trying to earn a bread, and she like represents them and looks after him. And
I'm remembering like the second act. Yeah. I'm remembering like it's Susan Sarandon in like The Office and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm remembering Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, but I'm not remembering that car scene.
So this whole game just fell to a crash just now.
No. Because I've still got stories here. I've got a couple car beef stories here.
Really?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I've got one. A lot of car talk today, actually. Yeah. But we had me and my dad were driving, and I can't remember. Dad must have done something. Dad's a pretty bad driver, like honestly. Like shout out to Dad. Yeah. He's
had like 3 shout outs.
Yeah. We get to a traffic light.
Okay.
And this guy gets out of his car from behind us and starts walking up to the car. And Dad says, "Stay here." Unbuckles his seatbelt, gets out of the car. And the guy sees Dad, and he turns around and gets back in his car.
To be fair, your dad, like, I feel like if I was like trying to start shit and like your dad popped up out of a car, I'd be like,
yeah, I'd be
like, oh, what was that? There was a glint on my windscreen or something. I was trying to see where it was coming from.
Do the Evan from Superbad.
Yeah, exactly. I would avoid that with like, I wouldn't want to be a part of that at all.
Yeah. So that's one car beef that I've definitely had. We got a car beef at my old house. We had a neighbor who certainly was a drug dealer, and I'm not snitching. He's got done. I've got a cop friend who told me. Yeah. And actually, me and him one night, my friend lived around the corner from me, and we shared an Uber home one night. I get out of the Uber, and my neighbor gets out of like a minibus. Okay. I don't think it was
like
a
tour bus.
Like a Des style.
Yeah. Coming back from somewhere.
Yeah. And he gets out, and all his friends are in there. He's trying to be tough guy. You know, he's Mr. Drug Dealer. And he gets out, and he's like, what did he say? He says, "Hey, you," or something. And I was like, "Me?" He's like, "Yeah, you. Come here." And I might be mincing my words here a little bit. I was pretty blind, and my friend, I won't say his name, but my friend probably remembers it better than me. It'd be good to have him on the show. But he basically is like, "Come here and pay for my taxi or pay for my bus or whatever." And then I went into McManiac mode.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times.
Yeah, and I started spazzing on him, I guess, and my friend, I almost named him. He's like, no, don't worry about it, you know. And he's a cop, so he deals with fuckwits all the time. He's like, calms me down. I go to bed, and he ends up walking home. But yeah, like I started crossing the street. I was ready to get into it.
You were
with this
getting
guy.
ready.
Yeah.
Fists are ready.
Because you know how it is. End of the night.
Oh yeah.
You're fearless. You're out of you've absolutely got zero inhibitions left.
There's no like I don't think there's a realm in your mind.
I thought you were about to say there's no amount of Euroses that can,
that
can bring you back.
That too, though. Really, that is. But I think there's like a realm, especially when you're like a younger guy, where there's no realm of like any possibility of anything bad happening. Like you're always just like, whatever happens, I'm just gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like you don't think like that, and I feel like I look back on so many moments.
I wasn't that young though. This is the Glenelg with
Oh,
living with
Denny.
Rach and Richo. Yeah.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you got no excuses. McMathmania came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah.
What did you call it? McMania.
McManiac. That was
Maniac.
that was one of my initial monikers when me and Dante started the Welcome to the Poddy podcast.
Oh, man, I don't like it.
McManiac?
No, I don't like it.
No, well, he saw me in a lot of psycho moments.
McMathematician, maybe? Like
No, hate.
Oh, shut it down straight away. No, I don't know.
No,
Clayberg.
Dante saw me in a lot of sober and drunk psycho moments. So McManiac made a lot of sense to him. And, you know, it's in my blood as well. My dad's nickname, there's a card game called Crazy 8.
Yeah.
My dad's nickname was Crazy H.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
That fits.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of, like, a simile, I just find, like, McManiac just sounds like a McDonald's Happy Meal toy that wasn't very cool.
Well, he's cool, but he's fucking
I'm talking about you.
Off chops. I'm talking about me too. And then the other car beef was across the road from this place.
Ah.
And I saw this dude in there, and I think I've talked about this on the poddy before, and maybe even the other story, but that's what you get.
Right.
When you're 408 episodes in, come on.
408.
Yeah.
Fuck me. I remember in episode 1. Go on.
So I hear this guy yelling at his girlfriend in the car. I'm inside the house.
In the car?
Yeah.
On the street?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I go out there, and this guy's just fucking going off his tits at her. He doesn't see me. I'm at the window, driver's side, and he doesn't even see me. I knock on the window.
Right.
And he turns around, and he doesn't put the window down. He just yells like, "What?" And I'm just like, "Is there a problem?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Is there a problem?" He's like, "Mind your business." And I was like, "I can hear you." And just so you know, I can fucking see you.
Yeah, fucking hell.
And he
McManiac.
Yeah. And he sober. And he stopped, and the girl got out of the car, and she gave me a look that was kind of like a thank you, but I'm not smiling at you. It's kind of like the girl from Drive. Here we go. Okay. It's all interconnecting now. You really
fucking layered that up to get back to that answer. Yeah.
She gave me like a look, like a.
Can you give me the look?
Let me just do my Johnny drama for a second.
Okay. Ahua. That's not the thank you look.
It was
like a.
Subscribe to the YouTube if you want to see the look.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but she gave me like some sort of look. She gave me a look. And I hit up a cop friend of mine, and I said, "This type of car, this license plate, what do you got?" He said, "Why? What happened?"
Wow.
And I just said, "I saw."
That's not a good sign.
I saw some verbal stuff,
right?
And he's like, "Yeah, we know about him."
Ah, fuck me.
Yeah,
that sucks.
But at least that, like, you know, they knew. And he's a good guy. He didn't give me any inside details. He was just like, we're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he's on the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell. That stuff kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But good for you for going out there. I probably
if it was like a little, they're walking past and like having like a little dispute, I'd probably let it go. But like you're in the car with the windows rolled up. I'm inside my house with the windows rolled up.
Yeah. Fuck
And because we got roller windows.
Yeah. Don't pull a rotator cuff over there. Yeah.
So the fact, like, I just thought it was getting to a point.
Yeah, that's pretty hectic.
Yeah,
that's a lot to. Yeah, but kudos for going out there. I mean, yeah.
I've got a baseball bat. I got a baseball bat. I got several knives. They're cooking knives, but I'll cook a motherfucker.
Everyone's got the thing, like, and this happened before drive, but I have a hammer. Yeah, it's just a hammer next to the bed. Like,
yeah, you got to have something.
Dare that guy to come in here and bring that out of me.
Dude, sometimes I wish they would.
Yeah, but like, you
give me an excuse.
But you fantasize about those things, and then when it actually happens, it's terrifying. So,
for them.
I think that too, but I mean, like, I haven't faced those things.
Yeah.
But,
What else we got?
All right, so Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler, he's a reporter that will do anything for a story, even cause the issue.
Yeah.
Now, I've caused some issues in my day with almost everyone that I've come in contact with. Girlfriends, friends, coaches, parents, whatever. I'll cause an issue.
Yeah. No one's free of it.
Yeah, never for clout. I've never done it for clout though.
No. No.
I'd say maybe this podcast can relate to Nightcrawler a bit. I say the R word incessantly, and someone's going to complain about it one day, and bang, I'm going to get so many views by accident.
Are you okay?
Is that the goal? No.
Are you trying to tell someone to complain or?
No. Well, I've had people complain like I can't remember what was going on in the world at the time. I think it was like Ukraine. There was something going on, and I just posted on Instagram like a link to an episode. So it was like, at a time like this, you think movie reviews are appropriate? And I was like, motherfucker, do you still go to work?
But like, honestly, like, I find those kind of comments just like, that's like the I don't want to use any like inappropriate terms, but I just find people that do that kind of stuff are just begging for attention.
Yeah.
There's no way like, oh man, like stop the world to do something else. Like that's the whole thing that COVID, I think, changed, was like COVID affected everybody. Normally you see so many things happening across the world and it's like this nightly news thing where, oh, there was a volcano here and then there was an earthquake here and then there was like something else here, and you just don't experience it. So you don't have anything, you don't have nothing to do with it. And I think now it's like COVID created the thing where everyone had an opinion on it because everyone experienced it. So then it goes to the next thing of like, when there's an issue now, oh, you're expected to chime in because you chimed in on COVID and that was the latest thing. So it's like fuck up. Like, I would have probably gone McManiac on it.
Well, the thing is, like, remember Black Lives Matter? Some people don't because other things have happened since then. But like posting the black square.
Yeah.
I didn't do that shit. Do you know why?
Why?
What's that going to do?
It's just virtue signaling, really.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have the energy to.
But we definitely did that. I think I definitely did that with the beer. I definitely posted it. I think it was just more of just a solidarity thing, but I definitely did that.
Yeah. Well, view my solidarity on a daily basis. I'm a black man. I don't need to post a square to tell you that, like, I don't want to be killed by a cop. You know?
Yeah.
That's my direct issue, right?
Right.
Whereas, like, I'm not posting a fucking picture of myself with a rainbow lens over it to stand with LGBTQ. I'm not posting a yellow and blue lens to stand with Ukraine.
Yeah.
I'm not posting free Palestine or free Israel or whatever the fuck is going on there. It just, my hashtag, my filter
Yeah.
isn't gonna do it.
No.
They're not gonna be like, well, unfortunately, only 6 million people did this, and if we had one more, namely Claiborne McMahon, we would have been different. There would be a ceasefire. Like, fuck off, man.
Yeah, I
got movies to review, bro.
that's your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think there's I don't know who it is, but there's a philosopher, and they basically say, like, during war and everything else, it's like basically it's incessant that we must do what we normally do. People still buy groceries, still buy cook, or they cook food, or they still go to their job, even suburbs away from war-torn areas. It's just something that has to be done.
Pieces of shit, man.
Well, it's like the...
How could they?
Society,
they should be posting black squares.
Society must continue, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, okay. Well, that one came from Nightcrawler.
Yeah, bro, starting issues.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay. You drew it back. That was quick. That was quicker than Drive.
Yeah.
Drive was like
took a few
30-minute detour. Okay. So we've done Drive, A Star Is Born, The Client, Nightcrawler, Honey Boy.
Honey Boy movie about a relationship with Shia LaBeouf and his dad.
Yeah.
Now, me and my dad have a relationship. It's called a father-son relationship.
And you've got a relationship with your son.
I do. I've got my own son to have a relationship with.
Right.
And that's fun.
Kenny Boy.
Yeah, big Ken. Big Kenny. The K-Man, Cosmo Kenny.
Prince Kenny. King Kendrick.
King Kenny. Yeah. Kung Fu Kenny.
Kung Fu Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Well, that's the tattoo I'm going to get.
Oh,
I've
no
got a
way.
tattoo plan. Yeah, it's going to be like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
With a samurai sword. And it's going to be like splitting a bubble because of the whole oxygen thing that he went through.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Soon as some people buy some tickets to my show.
You commissioned that too. Yeah. I remember when he was so little, but you know what was the craziest thing about Kenny is when he was so little, he was so alert.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I remember like, you know how newborns, like little potatoes, they just sleep so long, but Kenny was so alert. I remember when we were sitting on the couch and he was the poor little guy going through his oxygen and he just look around and he was taking it all in. It
wide-eyed always.
Yeah.
He still is. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He really he's just like he's a little inquisitive little guy, man. Like, but yeah, he's grown so much.
Yeah.
I remember when you first brought him home to now, like
it's crazy.
That's nuts, man. That's crazy. That's a cool tattoo. I like that.
Yeah. But so I'll say this story about my dad. So my dad always had my back. Uh-huh. He was a psycho, but I guess he probably embarrassed me at times, but like he always meant the best.
You appreciate it more now?
Yeah. And well, I appreciated it at the time, but also I would tell him, like, Dad, like, chill.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Right.
Like if I was Ja Morant, I'd be going up to T Morant and being like, hey, I love that you love me and that you're supporting me, but also get less lit at my games.
Yeah.
But like my dad would yell from the stands, yell at refs, yell at other players, because he was concerned for my safety. Refs wouldn't call fouls because I was bigger. But a foul's a foul, right?
Yeah.
I get undercut. People would try and like bad boy Pistons me, right? Well, let's just end his career at the age of fucking 15 instead of having to play defense.
Well, it's also, I think like there's so much to do that with like Aussie rules and things like that, right? Like where these guys are like kind of playing both systems, and I feel like they get lost in it. Like I don't think it's like if you played social, it's kind of like most of these dudes are just footy players, playing social, and like they don't give a fuck. Like, this doesn't mean anything to them, but for you, like that's like your bread. Right?
Yeah,
like
that's my fucking future, my livelihood.
Yeah.
So dad knew that, and so he would always like
make a point.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, whether it was refs, players, parents, he didn't give a fuck. You know, and that's I love that.
Yeah.
But like he always would tell me like, I'll have your back no matter what.
Right.
And one night, this was a party. There was a party on. We're walking down the street. The party was near the bay. So like the hub at that time in our lives, it was like the hub of nightlife.
That was the closest vicinity to seeing other people you knew at the same time.
And also like it just was a different vibe than it is now. Like it was, it was going. There was 3 venues, 4, including the backpackers. There was 4 venues that were going ape shit every weekend.
Yeah.
So we're going down there, and my friend's smoking a cigarette. You know, naughty boy. He's in high school. Probably shouldn't be smoking cigarettes, but he's smoking a cigarette, and that's not really got anything to do with the story. But he's being super calm, like he's smoking, and some dude is punching him in the back of the head, and he keeps walking and smoking. It was pretty gangster, honestly. I get to a point, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, chill. And I get to a point where I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
So get into like a little scuffle, bing, boom, bop. These cunts get into a car, drive off.
Right.
Okay. We get down the bay, everything's all good. Dude, you all right? Like, yeah, you know, whatever. Fuck him.
I know this story.
Yeah, and he's a fucking chill dude. He's still a chill dude to this day. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it, man. Like, let's just have a good time. Like, that shit would have ruined my night.
It's not, first name start with R?
No.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, we're down the bay, and this guy, I missed a part of the story. He actually ended up bottling my friend when we got into the fight.
Dude, are we talking about the time after that party at Glenelg where I was with you and you got bottled?
Yeah.
Dude, I was the one who took your fucking jumper home.
Yeah. So this
shit.
I
remember that.
I got bottled. My friend got bottled.
Yeah. You copped it from a car though. Like that was like a drive-by.
I reckon it was when they got in the car. Yeah. So we end up down the bay, and the guy he must have gone home, got changed, thinking I'm not going to recognize him.
Yeah.
And I confronted him in like the square, and it's hundreds of people around, and then it turned into a fucking all-in melee.
Yeah.
It was on the news. It was called the Bay City Riots.
Yeah. No, but they actually did. They had like choppers and stuff. People were getting like full capsicum spray and everything. Yeah, that was nuts.
I copped the capsicum spray.
Yeah.
And I somehow managed to call my dad through the haze.
Yeah.
And he just came, picked me up, asked no questions, took me home, and took me to training the next day. And was just like, you get yourself in situations that go like that, that doesn't mean you don't train. That was his.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Well, that's. I remember because that was a really like hectic. That's like because that party went out of control, and then it obviously spilled out, and then I was there with Harry. Shout out Harry.
Shout out Harry.
But and Scott actually. Scott was there. It was like his first party, and he was carrying our bag. And I reckon I put your bloody jumper because you copped one in the back of the head. I put that because you were in a heater that night. Like you were just like mad as fuck, and you left your jumper, and I just chucked it in the bag, and I reckon that got back to you eventually. But
yeah, I think it did.
Yeah. So that's fucking nuts. But
yeah, but that man, he
Harold, man, like good on him for not asking questions. Like that was so but also at the same time keeping it like grounded with like you're still going to training.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so big and strong.
Bung Bung Coffee. Big, strong flavour. Competition? I don't think so. bungbungcoffee.com. Get yours.
I'll just do one more.
One more?
Do one more just because I was very curious. Good time.
Robbery gone wrong two brothers try to commit a robbery.
Yeah.
One is intellectually disabled.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
That's like first thing that happens.
Yeah, but like I'm just making sure no one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He gets caught.
Yeah.
And the other brother is basically evading the police for the whole movie and also looking for his brother.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. We won't go into the actual ending of the film, but this is actually a hard one because I don't have well, I've got siblings. Shout out to Joe and Tyree. The age gap is very different, so we haven't committed any robberies yet, but there's still time. I've committed some solo robberies. I can go into those stories.
Solo robberies.
Yeah. So, I've got 3 robbery stories. Let's go into the robbery stories.
Okay.
So one was, this was the first, probably I'd consider this a revenge robbery.
Okay.
This guy stole my sneakers at a pickup game.
Wow.
At Wayville, and someone snitched on him and told me where they lived.
Oh.
And I went to the house.
Of course you did.
And this is like action hero shit. This is like,
okay.
Dude opens the door, sees me, tries to slam the door, foot in the door bounces back, chase this motherfucker upstairs, beat the living shit out of him in his own house, take my shoes back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't get in trouble for that, I'm pretty sure. And statute of limitations.
Maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Next one was, I was dating this girl. She was associated with a certain type of group. She lived in what some people call a grow house.
I don't know what that is.
Marijuana,
cigarettes,
yeah. Jazz cigarettes.
Yes.
And she did me wrong, so I did her wrong. And I knew where she lived, and I broke into that motherfucker, and I took myself a garbage bag full of weed and made myself a lot of money. Statute of limitations in the criminal underworld. Right. Shout out to Drive.
Drive's just the one that's hovering. It's not even on the website.
And the last one was... Oh, this one's this is super white trash to me. I took a girl home. It wasn't a home, it was a hotel. I was on the road. And
sprung for a hotel.
Yeah.
Or you just had a hotel.
Either way. let's not put this into a window of time.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And took her back to my hotel. Uh-huh. She paid for the cab. I think it was the first woman in history to do this. She paid for the cab. Well, she gave me her. She just said, "You pay for it." Gave me the purse. So I took the money out of the purse, paid for the cab, and I fucking bro.
Oh, I just don't like where this is going.
Kept the rest.
How much was the rest?
Don't.
No. You were the one who aired your dirty laundry. Tell me how much was the rest.
It was over $100.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a grip.
Oh, mate, you have just, like, I feel like you're just begging for some controversy.
Statute of limitations.
How long's the statute of limitations? Is it
7 days? This was a long time ago, man. I haven't done this in weeks.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah.
Weeks. Yeah, okay. Well, do you feel like
a bad person?
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't? You feel like you
I feel like the first 2 were revenge.
That's vengeance, yeah.
Yeah, and the last one was probably karma. She probably did some foul shit, and it's just
oh fuck! So you just put it all on her. Okay, well,
on both of us. I just managed to be the toxic energy that came back to her after the toxic energy that she probably put out at some point.
Just that one, just like to finish that story off. You went to the hotel room, had a great time, and nothing ever came
great
back.
Time in the morning again, and no, we talked for a long time. I don't think she knew what was in her thing. Right. Let's not keep talking about it.
No, I just wanted to make sure and just clarify.
No, we actually ended up
details. Devil's in the details.
We weren't dating, but we were talking for quite a long time.
Dated her after that?
No, we didn't date. We talked for a long time.
I don't
mean like a single conversation. I mean
how guilty was your conscience throughout? Would you ever just be like, oh, fuck, she knows?
Nah, I didn't do that. No.
Wow, you're a savage. When
It
you
must have been in between love.
Oh, it was when you had your heart broken and you were ready to break someone else's heart.
Yeah.
It was the ebb and flow of McMath.
Yeah.
McMania.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys know what to do. Welcome to the Poddy on everything. Follow, rate, review, 5 stars only. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you tell a friend and you send us a DM of how you've told them, it could be a video of you telling your family at Sunday dinner, or it could just be a video of how you have shared the link. Or not a video, just a screenshot. Whatever it is, you share to us how you've shared it. Bang, you're in the draw to win free merch. Free merch. Go to claymcmathcomedy.com to see what merch is available. You are in the draw to win free merch with every share monthly. You share it 100 times, you get 100 entries to the draw. Think about that. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves. And as always, bang, bang.